Hello. Today, I'd like to talk to you about the science of Kabbalah. From the science of Kabbalah, we learn that the creation started with one thought, the thought of creation, defined as the Creator's desire to delight His creation. The creation assumes forms that are absolutely opposite to the Creator and unconnected. This is because the Creator has the characteristics of bestower, and the creation, the soul, has the characteristics of receiving. We need to study Kabbalah only for one purpose, to draw upon ourselves the light of the Creator, and not to become more intelligent and knowledgeable. Although the spiritual material is unknown to us, we can research it by means of logic as in any other science. The person who studies the upper world has to learn how all the details, factors, causes, and consequences interact until he obtains the entire wisdom. By knowing all the details, he will acquire general knowledge. We should not be discouraged by the fact that only small fragments of the reality around us are registered in our senses. While going through falls and rises, we pick up bits of information here and there. Even on entering the upper world, our revelation will continue to be slow and gradual. If we study with the intention to reveal the Creator's unity, then all of our combined efforts will be included in Him and eventually develop into the spiritual knowledge that man has to obtain. This attainment is scientific. The attainment of unity means that we have to accumulate all of our impressions and to measure and compare them so that they will form a complete picture of unity. All the details and processes pertaining to the spiritual realm are very thoroughly explained in the Kabbalistic textbooks. The reason for the concealment of Kabbalah lies in the Kabbalists. They refrained from disclosing Kabbalah for centuries until it really became useful to humankind. Today, when humanity realized that the material developed has led us into a dead end, the previous concealed science of Kabbalah was ready to answer all of its questions. The reason why it is so difficult for us to explain these things lies in the fact that they contradict man's natural desire to receive pleasure. We tell a person that he has to change, but not in terms of substituting one desire for another. In Kabbalah, I have to show people that there is no other way to develop than to relinquish their egotistical nature. We can call the Creator the upper ruling force, and the Kabbalists define this force as the absolute good. By studying Kabbalah, a person attracts upon himself the upper light. The upper light gradually purifies us and creates within us the prerequisites for the correct intention. It all depends on my intention. For example, as one person thrusts a knife into someone's body, he performs an operation and is paid for it. Another person does the same but to kill and will be imprisoned for his crime. As you see, everything depends on the intention and is determined by the set goal. We have come here to earth to achieve a certain goal, and that goal is to obtain the Creator by becoming similar to Him. The science of Kabbalah studies what action a person should make to start attaining the Creator's unity. For now, we are separated from the Creator because everything is determined either by the need to avoid suffering or to receive pleasure. Everything depends on how much more important the Creator's revelation and my contact with Him are than the pleasure that I can imagine today in the state of separation from Him. It is said that the basic of all evil is love for oneself, called egoism. This quality is opposite to the upper force, which only processes the will to bestow. A person who does not aspire to achieve it, whose actions are aimed at receiving everything from everyone or placing everyone under his control, is in no way advancing towards the union with the Creator. And we must keep in mind that spirituality cannot be forced upon a person. It is something that one must desire. If a person is ruled by his ego, that person neither wants spirituality nor the Creator. This means that his ego is at the level of this world. He craves for bodily pleasures. He wants to know and receive everything he sees in this world. The Creator does not exist for him, and he feels only the world, and he has no desire for spirituality. When a person attracts or start awakening to spirituality, he develops what the Kabbalists call a point in the heart. This is the first run on the spiritual ladder into spirituality. Unless we follow the advice of Kabbalists, our advancement takes place under the constraining influence of natural forces. They push us forward, and we constantly receive bruises and bumps in the process. As a result, we do not progress correctly. We should stop relying on our own experience, strength, knowledge, and memory, as well as on the advice of others like ourselves. We ought to draw on the experience of Kabbalists who have reached higher spiritual levels and follow their advice. We do not have to wait until our life experience starts pushing us from behind by means of pain. Until a person receives a point in his heart, he will not understand what you are trying to tell him, and it can develop or appear in the heart by means of lessons and conversations. And remember, it is our own choice to take the path of Kabbalah or the path of suffering. So, in closing this video, please feel free to share it with others. And if you would like to see more of this type of content, please click the subscribe button below on this channel. I would also love for you to post your comments and questions below. Just be respectful to one another. Until next time, we will talk more about the meaning of Kabbalah and spirituality. Thank you.